A really inaccurate Civil War movie where the Confederates get help from Europe and win the war, with Lincoln going into exile and dying in 1900. Ulysses S. Grant is killed in the last battle in a one-on-one death match with Robert E. Lee, and Lee becomes the new president with Jesse James as the vice president. Both serve until World War I. The war starts when Lincoln realizes that the only thing stopping him from taking over the world is the peaceful Confederates, so he declares war on them. The Confederacy began as the good states did not approve of Lincoln being elected president without any votes counted from the South, and they knew Lincoln was mentally unstable. It's made to make fun of historically inaccurate films that change the histories of the characters. It would have an electric guitar-based soundtrack, and the songs would reference modern things and events. Lincoln is depicted as power-mad and plans to take over the whole planet. He also has a scene where he and his men eats a cooked schoolboy who he didn't want playing with his kids, as the schoolboy was poor. Grant and Lee were rivals as kids, and they have their final battle in a factory over the girl they both like. When Lee gives Grant the final blow, Grant gives a long speech about always knowing Lee was better than him and being glad to have died by his hand. His last request is for Lee and his girlfriend to take a bite out of Grant and eat it so that he can live on in them, which they do. Many anachronisms would be present, such as phones and planes and modern cars and radios and movies. The Union would be the bad guys, with them attacking Indians and Southerners. They eat the dead soldiers at the battlefield and eat an experiment on their captured Confederate prisoners. The captured Union soldiers eat each other even when the Confederates give them food. The Union soldiers were not given food when deployed, as they would just eat the fallen. Also, the characters would be attractive male model-like guys, and several would be recast as women. Several actors would have multiple roles. The war ends when the Confederates nuke California and the Union disbands after realizing how they were wrong. The epilogue shows the reborn free America being given Alaska by Canada and Hawaii by Japan, as they totally owned them. Afterwards, malcontent ex-Union soldiers run rampant and attack southern towns, and a defense force is formed to defend them in the wasteland with Mad Max-style bikers and interspecies romance. But that's another story, to be continued in The Civil War II, After the War, followed by The Civil War III, The War Returns.